Okay, guys, this could be a heavy vid, so stay clued in because it's gonna be a heavy vid. This is all mostly spiritual stuff, but there's some physical stuff to it. All right, so past week I've been going over to Dan's house instead of doing my CE5s, right? That's where you spiritually hook up to an ET spiritually, ask him for a sighting so you can film it or take pictures or whatever. And I did that three times. And I got 2 out of 3. And I'll post the videos at the end of this video. My 2 CE5s I did. I did a CE5 this morning, perfectly clear sky. I got nothing. I filmed about 30 jets or so. I didn't count, but it was up there. Anyway, didn't get anything. I thought that was pretty odd because I usually get something. But I never really hooked up to him and asked. I just sent him a bunch of pictures and hope for the best. Because I'm really not in a CE5 routine. I like a routine when I do my CE5s. So anyway, I get home last night from doing the CE5. I get done the vid. I posted on the Facebook group of the CE5 I did. I went to sleep. And now JC's got this thing hooked up to my head where they watch my dreams, right? So they can see my dreams. When I go to sleep and I'm dreaming, he puts this thing on my head. It's a little bar with some plates, silver plates. And it goes to a computer and they watch my dreams, okay? So here's the dream. And the dream is very important for what is going on because it's totally not normal dream. So it turns out it goes like this. I'm at a school. I'm outside of a school. And there's students walking in the grass and they're coming to a creek. Creek means something. Coming to a creek. I'm on the other side of the creek. And all the students have to walk way the hell over there, or I can build a bridge. I'm thinking I can build a bridge and the students can come across the bridge. So this is what I do in my dream. I build a bridge. I just walk up to the side of the creek. I imagine a bridge and put my hands down in the dirt and bam, there's a bridge. And I put it there and it's a drawbridge. It opens and closes. It slides back and forth like that over the water. And I feel like I'm a prick. Not really a prick. I'm very pissed off at all the students. Wow, what the hell was that? Fucking ghost just flew over my shoulder. I think that was Queenie. That was fucking Queenie. Holy shit. She's about that size. Oh, freaking out. I saw it clearly. Right there. Right over the shoulder here. Right there. I went right over the shoulder. Okay. Get back to the video. That freaked me out, man. Fuck. I felt it through my aura thing. I built the bridge. As I'm building the bridge, the kids start crossing it. And I say to myself, well, I got to teach these fucking kids. I got to teach the kids that there's more to life than politics and going to school, going to work. I got to teach them. So what I do is, and I'm really, every time I do something to teach these kids, they bury it. They don't care. Like, whatever. They go, that was weird. And what I mean by that is this. The kids are coming up to the bridge and they start crossing it. In my mind, I close the bridge. The bridge closes, but I'm not even close to it. And they're all freaking out. How did that happen? How did that happen? They all fall in the water. And they're all like, it's only like a foot, 2 feet deep, right? This creek. And they all crawl out and they're all wet and muddy and dirty. And they're like, how'd that happen? What's going on? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then they go, that was weird, man. Let's go home, whatever. And that's it for that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So I do that a couple times. See that? I do that a couple times. And same shoulder too. This is the side She comes in right here. Maybe she's trying to get in. So, fucking queen. I gotta have sex with that thing all the time. I've had sex with that thing. I had no choice. Man, crazy. All right, so she just left me too. That's why I'm making this video. I got so many videos to make. There goes something. All right, so that's like the best orb I ever got. Or what? No, it wasn't. I actually saw 5 old people standing in front of me. Anyway, so I'm in a dream. The bridge opens. So I go into the classroom, and I'm not a teacher of the classroom, okay? But I'm a student, but I'm a teacher. I'm teaching the students. But there's a main teacher, but I'm also a teacher, and I'm teaching the students. So I'm like, I'm inside. I'm on the inside human form. All right? So there's the main teacher teaching the class, and then I'll do tricks. And everybody in the class knows I do mental, spiritual tricks on them. So like they go to reach for a pencil, and I'll go and knock it off the table, and it falls on the ground. Or they go to sit down, and I'll pull the seat out from underneath them, and they'll fall down their ass. Or they put their books, they go to pick up their books, and I'll mentally push the books off the table. And this is what I'm doing in the dream. This is exactly what I'm doing in the dream. And I keep doing it. But the next day, it's all over with. No one talks about it. No one. And I do it constantly. I do this. Now, I'm looking at the students, and the students are every race, every color of people. And they are throughout time. People throughout time, history. And I'm looking at them. Some are dressed weird, man. You wouldn't even believe it. And they're all in here learning from this bigger teacher. But I keep screwing with them. And the more I screw with them, the more frustrated I get. And I'm really frustrated near the end. And so we go outside. And some people I just push into the water. Like they're walking along, they're carrying their books, coming to the bridge. They're walking along the creek, coming to the bridge. And I'll just pull them with my mind, my soul. I grab their soul, pull it, and they fall in the water. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Just like that Queen, when Queenie went by there. So they're all freaking out. And I keep doing that, I keep doing that, I keep doing that. So I get really frustrated. And then I'm back in the classroom the next day, and I'm doing tricks, and I'm walking up to everybody, and I'm saying weird things to them right out of the shelf. Trying to wake them up to themselves. I'm not doing it, I'm doing it to be a prick, but I'm waking them up at the same time. But they keep throwing it away, dismissing it, or covering it up. And it's pissing me off. So I walk up to a couple people that really piss me off. And I fucking say something to them. And I get their attention. I get all their attentions. And they're all standing around looking at me. And I'm fucking yelling at them. And then all of a sudden I drop to a desk. Now there's like 5 desks in a row. There's like 30 in a class or something. And I start writing on the desk. But it's all like Sanskrit on the desk. And I'm writing it in weird language. I don't even know what it's saying. It's symbols and language and Sanskrit. And I'm writing it on the desk. And I'm doing it real fast. Like, really, really fast, really fast, really fast. And I'm writing it. And then I go to the next desk. I push it away, and I go to the next desk. And that desk had a nice smooth surface. This desk has a rough, crooked surface. And I'm writing it. I'm writing it through the peel-offs of the wood, the plywood type. There's chunks missing and everything. And I'm writing over top of it. And I'm writing. And I get done that desk, and I move it aside. And then another one, this desk is white, and I write on it. The same stuff. I'm just writing, I'm writing. And they're all looking at me. And I'm writing. And then I get done that one, and this one is darker. And I get on, and I start writing. And I'm writing it real fast. I'm writing. All of a sudden, I wake up in my bed. and I'm laying on my back, and my soul is writing on the desk, and he's continually writing on the desk still, and I'm like, Jesus, and they go, we know, we're watching it on the viewer. They're watching it on the viewer, the thing that's on my fucking head. They're watching it on the TV, and I'm writing it on the desk. And then I get done, I push the desk away, and then I wake up, and I'm outside, standing on the other side of the creek where the bridge is, and I close it, and then all of a sudden I wake up, and all of a sudden I'm with Jesus in St. Lucia somewhere, I don't know where. I'm there, and all of a sudden I see a chalkboard. There's a chalkboard, great big chalkboard with a box of chalk, and I grab the chalk, and my soul starts writing, and it's writing. Like, I'm sitting here watching it. My soul's going really fast, like super fast, and he's writing, and then he writes a couple sentences, and then he writes on the chalkboard, and then he takes this chalk and he goes sideways. I remember, I don't know what he's writing. It's the same stuff on the desk, but I'm awake now watching it, and they're watching on the viewer, plus Christ is in me watching, and I'm writing, and then I write. I take the chalk and I make it go sideways, and I start making like crop circles, and I'm like drawing a picture. As I'm doing that, I'm drawing a picture of like a crop circle inside the white of the side chalk. Oh, it was crazy. And my soul's doing this. He's doing all this, and then I start writing, and then all of a sudden I'm writing again, and I go to another part of the chalkboard, start a new page, I guess, and I'm writing really fast, and I draw a line, and I start writing. I'm writing. All of a sudden, my other hand comes up, grabs a piece of chalk, and it starts writing. So both my hands are writing two different separate things, okay? And then I draw a line between the two, and then I go down, and I start writing again, and I'm writing like that, and I draw another line between the two, and then I take the whole board and I turn it upside down, so the writing is now on top, and then I start writing again, like that, and I start writing, and I'm writing, and I draw a line between the two things, something like that, and then I turn it back right side up, and Christ is freaking out. He's freaking out. Then I move the chalkboard over, and I start writing again. I don't know, fucking, that's what I was doing for like a while on this chalkboard, just writing equations, but it was all in Sanskrit writing, you know. Couldn't figure it out. So, I get up, and I'm like, it's done. My soul's done. He's done writing. And all of a sudden he goes, or not me, I go, I gotta go, guys. I just woke up. I want to go check the weather, see if I'm going back to Dan's to do CE5 this afternoon. And I was too tired. I didn't go, so I grabbed a coffee, sat down, started watching the internet. I still had like 10 to 15 clips to review for my CE5 I did this morning. So I reviewed that all. It took till like 6 o'clock. And I got done reviewing. I was tired when I woke up, and I'm twice as tired now, or then. So what I did was, I laid back down. I laid down on the bed, and I just closed my eyes. And I go, hey guys, did you figure out what that rating meant? And they go, no, we got Queenie. She's coming to help us interpret it. Now, Queenie is an entity from another civilization culture that works with Christ. They said she's 1 million years old, roughly 1 million years old. And so she knows shit. And so I'm like, oh fuck, do I gotta fuck her? And he goes, nope, this is a different request. They're not healing. They're not doing nothing for you. She's coming in to research. She's gonna go into you and find out what the hell's going on, why you're doing this writing that we can't read. So maybe she can help us read the writing, and we want to know more what's going on with you inside. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Fuck, as long as I don't gotta fuck her. So this is what's going on. This is why I said to Chris, I'm sick of it. Anyway, she comes in to me. She goes, "Hi, Reese, what you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, God." So she comes in, whoop, she slides in, and she wants to see the dream that I just told you. So I'm laying in my bed, and I go, "Well, you can sit with Elizabeth." Now, Elizabeth is another little entity that Christ and I, oh, that's a fuzzy, created. Well, I don't know if it's Christ, but I created it, and it helps me. I call her, she chose a name, Elizabeth. What do I know? She talks to my wife, the innocence inside me. And it's going to be there till a year and a half. And then she's going to go out and be her own entity, her own spirit person within Christ consciousness. And she'll be born on the earth and learn and learn and learn, just like we all do. But she was born from within me, my heart. Anyway, same. I had two others before that of the last 9 years. Just saying. So she's talking to Elizabeth. Queenie's talking to Elizabeth. I'm sitting there. I just want to shoot fucking zombies I just want to shoot zombies in the illusion, right? Now I get to that later. I created my own little world in the illusion where it's going to start up like a paintball shooting park, but it's going to be zombies and it's going to be real guns and everything. People can go down and pay a couple $100, go down there and spend a week shooting, living in zombie land, right? And that's what I'm creating down there, and I got to make a video about it. Just want to get this one out of the way so I can do it later. Anyway, so they're sitting there talking. I'm trying to shoot zombies. She's showing Queenie the dream. Elizabeth is showing Queenie the dream, what I did in the dream. Queenie is experiencing the dream that I just went through, and I'm seeing the dream too because I can't get away from it. So I'm seeing the dream. She's explaining it to Christ, and I'm listening. I'm like, holy shit. And she finds out that it's the alien extraterrestrial part of me teaching over lifetimes about what the human can do. But they keep disregarding it spiritually moving objects. Like for me, in this life, I moved a satellite. I contacted the ETs. I gave proof to my friends of the ETs. I put them on the fucking videos here. I got 5 hits, more or less. And this is what it's been, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime for me, doing this type of spiritual ET shit. So my ET self came out and wrote on the desks and on the chalkboard shit about me. Queenie found that out. Now, Queenie leaves, she goes to Christ, and they're talking about the dream she just saw that I just told you. Now, she comes back. No, she's out there talking. I'm shooting zombies at this new, I have to go through it in my mind in fantasy. See that one go by? I'm going through it in fantasy. And I'm trying to visualize best I can so I can take that what I like and make it in the illusion and make it part of the scene I got going. I'll explain it in another video. So as I'm doing that, all of a sudden my hand and my soul starts going like this, and he's rubbing the inside skin, and he goes real fast towards a blur. He does it so fast. He's rubbing my heart like that from the inside. And I go, hey, Queenie, you better get back here. Something's going on. So she comes back, and she sees my hand going like that, rubbing a circle on the inside of my skin, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck, what's this? And I go, hey, guys, I don't know what the fuck you're all doing, but I don't want to die today. Just calm down. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the rating is. I don't know. So I go back to shooting, and all of a sudden, Queenie's back and forth trying to talk. She's in and out, taking care of me. I'm rubbing this goddamn circle, and I'm rubbing it, and I go, all of a sudden I hear in my head the cricket sound. I'm awake, lying in bed. I just lay down to relax, get my energy back. You know, you check out. You stay awake. You just check out, and in 15, 20 minutes you wake up and you feel better. That's what I do. So anyway, all of a sudden I hear the crickets in my head. sound of crickets. It's like a field of crickets. And that's always been, since I've been born, the sound of the ETs coming. The ETs come in their spaceship physically, and as they get closer to me, I can either run outside and look for the ship. Sometimes it's there, and I can film it. Sometimes it ain't. Usually ain't, because it's usually the bigger ship with the ETs in it. I never get that. I have never got a shot of that one. There's a lot more to it than that. Don't worry about it. I can't explain it right now. So anyway, I hear that. It's not real loud, but I've told Queenie. She comes flying back in, and she goes, "Hold on, Rich." And I'm like, "What's the matter?" And I look down at her, and where my hand was rubbing, there's now a porthole. So my spirit, you see that one? My spirit made a porthole. And all of a sudden, these things come through. So they're coming through the porthole. And they're like tablets. Rock tablets. And Queenie, she goes, "Christ, I need your help, take these." And there was like 30 something of these tablets. And they had like Sanskrit writing on it. And I give them all, she takes them out of the porthole and gives them to Christ. And she's counting them. It came out to 34, something like that. She gave them to Christ. And I'm like, really? So I got to sit here and count 40 tablets and you're giving them to Christ and I don't even know anything about it? And she goes, "I think I have an idea what it's about." This is what she says. All of a sudden, after that, what came through? Something else was coming. And when I looked in the porthole, I could see the tablets all in a line going way back into the porthole. And it was crispy blue back there, like really dark blue, like twilight, crispy blue. And these tablets were coming. And what the tablets were was each tablet was a lifetime of my ET past. Okay? So my past when I was an ET, before I became human here, before I came to Earth and lived, the tablets were from my ET cell, my lives on the ET cell. So now Christ has all my lifetimes in detail, knowledge of what I am. Well, hopefully that's good. Anyway, at this point, all of a sudden, a great big giant, seemed like a paper coming. It looked like a paper. But when it got to me, it was like from here to the horizon. I couldn't even see it. So she grabs it. She goes, "Christ the illusion." Like that. She goes, "Christ the illusion." And she hands it to Christ. And this paper is coming into me and out my head. And I'm looking at the paper as it's going by. And all it is symbols, drawings, and more of that rock writing, the Sanskrit writing, tons of it. And it's all coming through me. I don't even know what it is. She just handed it, and it's just like, you know that fucking Star Wars? You know Star Wars when the words are coming at you? And they go, zoom, when they go underneath your eyes? That's what it's doing, but it's coming into me. It's going up to Christ. This huge-ass paper. All of a sudden, it's done. She hands it off, and there's another one coming. This one comes, and she goes, and then she goes, "Christ," and there's like 30 Christs up there taking this shit. I don't know how many. I'm guessing. There's usually 5 around for immediate attention. But anyway, Christ is getting this. He's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. This one comes. The paper comes up to me. This huge vast paper, and I can see it. It looks like a star chart with lines on it. Yeah, that's what it was. And it comes in me and goes up into my head and goes out to Christ. Then another one comes after that. This paper is different. I don't even know what's on it, but all of a sudden, as it gets to me, it goes like that, and it folds up into a pyramid. And on the bottom, there's writing on the top, but folded into a pyramid. So there's writing on the sides, on the inside, and there's writing on the outside. There's writing on both sides of the paper, but it turned into a pyramid like that. and it came in out my head, gave it to Christ. I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't even know what it's on it, man. All of a sudden, this one was cool. All of a sudden, this other one came, and it was in 3 pieces. It was coming at me, and I've seen this before in a different, I guess I make a video for it, with the ETs. I saw this exact same thing before. It was coming at me, and as it came at me, I looked at it, and it was from the planet, the evolution of these species, and it had them from a little mammal thing, where reptile, I don't know specifics, and it went up into an ET human. So it was like the evolution of that species on that planet. And it had the waters, it had all the life forms in the water over these periods of time on this line of color, just like we have in our science books. It was just that. But it had all the chains of life forms that they knew of, and it had all the chains of birds, all the chains of animals from then till now, and it had all the back down to the DNA in the bacteria in the water, all in the oceans, and how it all made these things and that thing and that. It's the whole evolution of that physical species on this, and it folded up like that into like a little book, a 3-page book, and it was huge. And I grabbed it and pulled it, and it went in through my head and up to Christ. Now that I took as the ET species I'm from, okay? And before that I saw, Queenie was asking where it's from, and I said the center star in Orion's belt. That's where that was from. That's where the ETs are from. Well, I guess. Unless there's something different, I don't know. But everything that came through me, I don't know about, but I do on some other level, but not consciously. Anyway, so I ain't done yet. More came through. This next one was another star chart. No, this was it was another star chart. Star chart came through, but it all had lines on it. Billions of lines, hundreds and hundreds of lines, and this fucking thing was huge. It looked like it was all the way to the horizon. It came through up to Christ. Next one was another star. No. It was another chart, and it came up. No, it wasn't a chart. How did that happen? It was a dimensional thing. Yeah. It was a page. Came through, but it was a visible square, like I drew for Dan once, of the illusion. So our universe, all the universes, dimensional universes, are in the illusion. And it was a dimensional box with huge 4D, 5D color rooms. But it was huge, and it had main stars in this box. So it was like a dimensional picture of a box, but it would have like a star and a great big wad of color around it. But these were rooms. So Christ's room, we know Christ goes, I have many mansions, and they're all in the illusion, all the way up. Now, Christ's room, I imagine, is pretty fucking big in the illusion to hold all Christ's stuff. Maybe he's even got more separate ones. But the ones the ETs gave me, this thing was huge. This thing was like the Andromeda Galaxy was over here. This galaxy was over here, and Milky Way was here, and type of thing. And it had all colored bubbles, oblong bubbles mapped out in it. So it was like from here to the Andromeda Galaxy in the illusion of all, in the spirit world, of all the rooms in the illusion of different species. And there were thousands, But there was one big giant room. Like, I didn't know where Christ was. All I seen was a great big red blob like this in the illusion. And that represented another species, evolution in the spirit world. Now, do you understand what I mean? So Christ has a room. Do you get it? Christ has a bubble in the illusion. All the Christians live in there. And Saint Illusion, right? Because Saint Illusion is basically a Christ-oriented place in the illusion, a home, which is our home. This is the illusion. This physical reality is the illusion. Now, that's what he tells me anyway. So, that gets done. I ain't done yet. Then another one comes. This one was even creepier. This was fucking crazy. This one looked like an apartment building. Now, remember I told people before how there's apartment buildings? And these are different levels. So, St. Lucian's like on, well, our physical reality is like here. Right? Physical reality. Then there's another physical reality, but it's higher. Another physical reality is higher in vibration, all the way up. Well, this is crazy. This is crazy, man. It was huge, and it was 15. I'm thinking 15 layers. I can't remember exactly. 15 layers, like an apartment building, like pancakes. But between there was a solid line, then there was a space. Then there was a solid line and space. Then there was a solid line and space. All the way up to 15. But then, after that, after the main realities, physical reality dimensions, where the spaces in between, it went from huge to the highest a huge could go, I guess. And then it went smaller, 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 into a pyramid structure. Okay? I went up into a pyramid structure from, it was like 15 levels in an apartment building, and then went up to a pyramid in the levels to the top. And then it went down the same way, down. So it was like a diamond shape, but it was boxed. Inside the box was all the same rooms that I just got from that page. All the same rooms in the illusion I got were covering the areas in the apartment building box. So imagine an apartment building all the way up to the illuminated light of the Godhead, 15 levels. And goes up, and then it had all the rooms, were the rooms of Christ, and the big red one I saw from the last one, all within that, covering the realities, and it all had words inside it, 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional thing. But I was fucking crazy. And she's like, Jesus, here's another one. This one's big. So she's just giving all this shit to him. Then all of a sudden, that was about one of the last ones. All of a sudden, Queenie's sitting there watching, seeing if anything else is going to happen. And all of a sudden, the ET goes whoop around the corner, and there's a fucking ET standing right there. My head wasn't ringing at all, so I know she was in spirit. She's in spirit, and she's like, she's looking at Queenie. She's looking at me. She's like, looking. And all of a sudden, she comes up to us like that, and she's sort of like bent over looking in the hole like this, right? And she's beige looking. She looks like Paul. You know the movie Paul? Sort of like that, but a lot better looking. She didn't have the wrinkles. And all of a sudden, she goes like this. She opens her heart, and Queenie goes, 57 seeds? She said, holy fuck. And all of a sudden she goes like that. And she gives Queenie this little energy ball. This little energy ball that doesn't break. I don't understand it. And she goes, Rich, I think this is for you, but we'll give it to JC first. So she gives it to JC. She goes, I think this is for you, but we'll give it to JC first. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, Queenie says to me, do you have anything to say? And I went, take pictures of your craft. The big ones. Huge ones. Huge ones. And Queenie interpreted for the ET that that's what I'm all about. I want to get these fucking videos. Like, if it kills me, right? In the physical. So, no more of these little round, fuzzy balls. I want the mothership landing in Lake Erie. That type of shit, okay? That's what I want. Like, give me something, man. That's what my request was. And also more contact. I want to know. I want more contacts with the ETs. I want to keep it going, you know. So anyway, that happened. All of a sudden, she goes away, and Queenie leaves, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm just laying there thinking. I can't hear anybody. Jesus, all the Jesuses are not yelling. The kids ain't yelling. My wife ain't yelling. Queenie's not talking, and it's totally silent in my head. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They all took off way up high in St. Lucian or higher in the illusion to look at all the shit I just gave them and to stash it away before anybody sees it. Because that shit's like, I just gave them every goddamn species in the universe that they know. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm sitting here thinking about that, and all of a sudden, bam! I'm looking at an ET on a page, and there's like pictures of ETs, like square, like one ET here, and a little write-up. And there's a picture of an ET and a little write-up, picture of an ET. And I go, I think there's something else here, right? So I can't even see it. That's all I see in my mind. It's going ET, 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 different ETs. Queenie comes in, backs me up, and there's some kind of box bar, and it's shooting up a TV screen. So like a hologram. Queenie goes, well, let's see what this is about. She touches one of the ET boxes. It's like that. And there's like page, hundreds and hundreds. And she started clicking the page in a certain section, I guess. She's clicking the pages, and it was just page after page after page after of species, like this. Every time she clicked it, new page. She goes, well, let's click this one. And all of a sudden, it opens up, bam, and there's a page about that species, star chart, everything known, all the words. She clicks it, hits it again, another page comes up, it's all words, writing, hits it again, more comes up. She goes, well, I think we know what this is about. She goes, this is about, they just basically gave us their acquired knowledge of all the ET species that they know of, that they've experienced throughout their evolution. They just gave it to you. Gave it to Christ through you. And I'm like, holy fuck. And she goes, you wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't even believe it. And I'm going, yeah, well, whatever. I'll never get to see it. And she goes, no, not until you're dead. We might. Christ will show you some stuff, I'm sure. And I'm like, cool. So anyway, she goes, Christ. And then all of a sudden she handed this up to Christ, the viewer thing. Little pages on it. This is the box with light coming out of it. Made in the illusion. Same way I make it. Gave it to Christ. And you watch my videos for making shit in the illusion. You know what I'm talking about here. But I got to see it. Because I can see the spirit world in the illusion when I'm sleeping and wake up and lay down and shit. And I think all this came around because I have been a full year or two without doing a CE5. I started doing the CE5 again. I did 3 this month. The past 2 weeks, actually. I got 2. Just little tiny white dots following the chemtrails. And awesome, I did it. Awesome, I can still do it. But I want more. I want big stuff. After the third CE5 at Dan's today, boom, I have this experience. And that is the experience. Now, I don't know what happened after what I just told you. So, as more happens, I'll tell you. I gotta make another video, but I can't think of that one right now. Alright, guys, so I'll let you know what happens now. Later. Hey, guys, it's Rick. Doing CE5 in Dan's backyard. There's the camera. Just hanging out. Nice day. So I'm looking for the white spheres, anything up in the sky. And since it's a clear sky, I have to follow the chemtrails on jets. So that's what I'm doing. And the spheres will pass by the chemtrail, or they'll be sitting there stationary. I never see the goddamn things. Drives me nuts. Other than that, that's what I'm doing today. So I'm just making this in case I get anything as an introduction to what we're doing. Got the P1000 out. Zoom right into these guys. So I'm going to come back here this afternoon and do the moon also. Moon should be coming up around 5 to the east, coming up. Be really nice. There's a jet there. Should be filming it, but I'm doing this. So anything shining in the sky, I'll film it or try to. Usually I just review the footage and see the craft sitting there, because I can never see them because they're white spheres, right? And so, not always, but usually white spheres. Okay, later, guys. Yeah, that's a Learjet or something.
Yeah, it's so small, eh?
He's got a good chemtrail. Fuck. Come on. Nothing better than doing this and seeing the sphere sit beside the chemtrail. Man.
I've seen on some videos and was reading that they reverse the effects of the chemtrails.
I don't know.
Like they're working to...
Yeah, I know. I saw it too.
I think it was a lady talking about aliens. And she said that she had a message from them that they were taking...
Hey guys, Rich, I'm at Dan's doing CE5, and I don't know the date. It's Friday evening. Windy, it's pretty windy out. I'll show you the sky. Here's what I got. overhead to the south. This is where I'm going to be doing a lot of my CE5s. So, just thought I'd show you this. And that is that. Hey, Red Tail, how you doing, bro? Bald eagle, look at that. How cool is that shit? Right over channel. Not the best, but